Okay, hi everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to making Zelda on Pico-8. So last time we had, ooh, that looks nice. See, like it's really nice coming back from a little break, and I'm being like, ooh, yeah. This looks sick. This looks legit. This looks good. Sadly, I'm a little bit late today, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stream again. Like my entire life, my entire life is centered around a lifestyle, a schedule, a daily schedule that, first of all, is not even reliable, but also it's against my own nature. I just can't work in the mornings. It's just like not happening. I'm just like completely like this is the time where I'm starting to wake up, and sometimes I can bully myself into working in the mornings, but sometimes I lose the fight. And today was a bit of a I went jogging and was tired after jogging. I was like, oh no. I hate that. I hate myself for this. But you know, what can you do? Nothing. You can do nothing. The only thing you can do is soldier on, and eventually you'll succeed. Okay, so how big is? Wait a minute. Is this? Oh no. Maybe I should do the full. Yo. Hey, the gecko. I didn't save. I didn't save my template, my template. So I need to rescale this. Let me show you the full screen setup. With a cam, maybe. Not this cam. Oh my gosh, this cam. Okay. Something that is really annoying is that this video project requires me to do a lot of like level design and pixel art, which I love. Don't get me wrong. I love this. It's not a lot of programming. And each week I have very good, like, solid chunk of time that I can spend programming in the... It's 160, right? Programming on the train. And there's just nothing to program here. It's just all drawing, and I'm using like I'm gonna have it here, using the portable PC, but it's just like really bad for sprite work. So like I cannot do pixel art on the train. I guess I could do. I guess I could do maybe something like. To take an iPad. Maybe I should try them. But the thing is, like, the pixel art here is also partly the fact that it is embedded into Pico-8. Ooh, I like this. This is also very nice. Look at this. Ooh, you find those beautiful treasures over and over again. So how do we block this guy? Like this. Ban. So I really like here that I think the way this works is they created. Wait, am I doing correctly? No, I'm not doing it correctly. See, they create multiple drawers with just one tile. Again. They're doing it again. Oh, that might be it, right? Oh, it's 8 times 8. So you have to multiply this, repeat this. Like this, right? Okay. Yeah, they have to have a certain multiple, so it loops perfectly. Like this. Like this. It's all not walkable. Now let's create them in the background. How does the layout? I'm just like trying to replicate this layout, not because like I think this is the best layout in the world, but just like I want to see how it was used. Like this. I don't know if Link actually fits up there. Do we fit? We did? Yeah, you inspired me to do a Final Fantasy III stream, and I did the town mostly in Pico-8. There's lots of little pixel art tricks. This is very nice, yeah. Does Pico-8 have any method to write to a file at runtime? I'm looking to store dialogue I can access to runtime. No, you can't. The only thing you can do, and I'm doing this here, is you can read other Pico-8 files and load parts of other Pico-8 files. You can write into a text file, but that will only work locally. That won't work in the web version. Might not even work in the exported version, I think. I'm not sure. I don't think you can read from that file though. Yeah, you can import it at the beginning, but that's different. This is not a way to get around the token limitations. If you can't have too much dialogue in Pico-8 in general. If you want to have a lot of dialogue, you have to come up with a cool compression system. Just write less. Simple solution. Games already have too much text in them anyway. Work differently. Adapt to the realities of your system. Or the system that you're working in. So I'm not sure what coloring to use here. I'm gonna try with this orange again, but I think generally we're getting a little bit too orange. So how does the bottom of the bed? Oh, there's a special tile for the bottom, huh? So this is white and gray. Yeah, it should be white, right? Let's make it all white. I could use this yellow, but it doesn't seem right. I mean, is this the same yellow? No, it's a different yellow. See. I love Pico, but sometimes I wish they had option to bypass limitations. That's what Picotron is for. That's what's the Pico. Also, the limitations are the point. Otherwise, you could just use a different engine. The limitations are your friend. Them saying no to your ideas is good. Those ideas were probably not that great. And the idea that you're gonna write a lot of text is probably not that great. Question what you've been taught. Make smaller games. Yeah, I thought on this a lot. Crazy compress scheme, maybe. I was thinking of having all dialogue as PASCII symbols, custom font, etc., and just like a real shorthand language. There's not much to learn about Picotron. Yeah, there are some examples of people compressing a lot of text in Pico-8, but again, then it's just annoying. Like, why are you making it so hard for yourself? You know, it's just you have to write this text, and then people have to read this text. It's like, oh, come on, get to the point of the game. If you want to write a novel, just write a novel. You don't have to make a game. What was the quote? If you have a message, go to the post office. It's you think you want to have a lot of text, but really nobody wants to read the text. Not the players don't want to read the text. You don't want to write it. You just want to have this idea of having a big game. That's how it usually works. Like that's how what my students always do. It's like, I want to have a big RPG like a JRPG, and it's like, but do you really have anything interesting to say? No. It's the same story about plucky fantasy characters rescuing stuff, and I'm not gonna complain about JRPG stories or stories that people come up with. Obviously there's different things that inspire you, and you definitely want to probably are inspired by games that you've seen, and you want to maybe replicate them. I'm replicating a game right here. I'm guilty of this myself. Don't get me wrong, but I think. It's like the analogy of the dog chasing the car, but not having a conception what happens when they actually catch up to the car. That's like, I think quite often we're kind of like deluding ourselves. It's like, oh, if I just put a lot of text in this game, I can make this huge story. Then you start writing the story and you run out of ideas immediately. I quite often get that with a lot of students who want to make like interactive novels. They have like, oh, there's going to be so many. You have to date 5 people, right? It's like a dating sim. You can date 5 people, and each have like 4 different endings. So they sketch out like this huge sprawling story, and they can't even get one ending right. It's just running on an empty, and like scratching whole parts of the story because they just don't have the time and don't have the inspiration to sustain a mode of production where you generate so much text. That's what I'm saying. Like quite often what the Pico-8 limitations are revealing to yourself are limitations that you're already operating under. You're just not aware of it. Yes, you cannot have a lot of text, but you shouldn't have a lot of text. You can't have a lot of text anyway. Just engine tells you not to have a lot of text. So this is a nice looking bed. I like this. I like the additional color here, and yeah, this has this red character. Like this is a problem. I know if any creator is doing Picotron music creation for me to binge something like no, I would love to, man. I would love to. I'm struggling with myself. I've met some people who've been very generous and created some music for the Tetris game I've been working on. And I didn't do anything with it. I'm feeling so guilty about it. One day I will return. But not today. Yeah, it's tough. I think the music part is the thing that I find the most disappointing about Picotron. Not in a like, oh, this sucks, but in a like, oh, come on, this could be better. Or like, that was better in Pico-8. Like, the music in Pico-8 was just better. Not because it creates better sounds, but it was just much easier to use. I'm not sure if I want to do this carpet. I'm gonna create it and we're gonna see what happens. Also, this is a crazy carpet here, right? Some default instruments I think are necessary. Yeah. There's some good instrument packs I've seen, but there's instrument packs. I don't think they're really good. Although I haven't been looking in a long time. If there's something that somebody has found and wants to share, do let me know. I do think it would be nice to be able to go over the token. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, it would be nice if it was going over the token limit would be the same as going over the compressed size limit, where it's like you get a warning and you cannot export, but you still can compile it. But I think it's not possible due to some technical limitations of how the system works. I think. So that's my theory. I think the thing is, Picotron Music's creation tools are so good that you actually have to know. Yeah, that's right. You have to know how to use those tools to make it sound good. Whereas Pico-8 tracker can just fumble. Yeah, you can just like doodle around and doodle a little melody and it's fine, right? And with Picotron, it's like you have to get nerdy. And I'm just not a musician. I tried so many times. And it just never. And never turned into knowledge. So at some point I decided, okay, that's gonna be one part where I just need to work with somebody. And I know a lot of people who are musicians, so that's good. But also, like, you know, sometimes convincing some person to do something for you is kind of like pulling teeth. So can we make this carpet going? Does that look nice? Oh, it shouldn't be unwalkable. Oh no! Did you see what happened there? Oh no. Do not like it. I like how it's very like bleached out here, and in Pico-8 you just don't have like such bleached out green. Maybe a different color scheme. Maybe I'll pivot my work for the week and spend some time learning. But yeah, that sounds good. But why audio? Why would you start with audio? Again, why do you feel the need to figure this out? Yeah, that seems maybe a little better, and then that's more of Pico-8 way, right? The first step I usually take is with an idea, setting the main menu and vibe motivates me a lot. Okay. Gakko is asking, so I noticed from a GIF, you are going with the 8-pixel walk collision FFA style. This is not 8-pixel walk. This is the Zelda style walk. Can we make it? Now I want to invert it. Can we invert it? Can we make it work? Nah, I'm not gonna invert it. What happens if we add the highlights? Ooh, is that good? Maybe this? Yeah, this might be nice. Oh, I'm missing one. Like this, right? Yeah, that's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. It was good, guys. No, the GIF I posted was the FFA style. I'm doing both. Zelda 2 map. This is the FFA style. So see now we're 8 tile increments. But the cool thing is that the map works with both. You see. Because this just takes the tile set in the map. It doesn't actually. There's some source code in here, so I can walk around. But the source code I can actually delete, and it won't load the source code. It just loads the map from this file. So different files can load in the map, and then I can have different movement patterns in the same map. Okay, so this is this room. I want to have a second room. First of all, let me delete unused tiles. Wait, that's all? Is there any other type of furniture in here? No, there's just a table. There's the telephone, which I don't want to have. Multicast vid incoming. Huh? Multicast. Multicard. Yeah. That's gonna be multicard, yeah. Not that. See, the thing I don't like about multicard is like the little icon. Oh, okay, what? Didn't teleport me out? Oh, you're right. Wait, why did it teleport me out? Oh, because I am in indoor. Okay. Load a Zelda 2 map. Save. So I don't like the little loading icon. That little logo, it's just like a little bit like it always. I don't mind the delay, but I just don't like that there's this little icon that reminds me of what's going underneath and just makes me like very nervous. That this is kind of like it's like, you know, flying a helicopter and being aware of all the. I guess I never flew a helicopter, or like flying an airplane and being like suddenly aware of, you know, all of the things that must be going on that currently to keep you up in the air. It's like you get just a little bit like, or like being aware of your own heartbeat, I guess is the. Yeah, I can see the juggling. That's right. Yeah. Hey, yo, I was trying to finish my drawing. I posted and work. My live project, more Zelda work, that's right. To be fair, having a loading indicator when switching between the overworld and indoor segment does feel fitting. Does it though? It's not in the original Zelda, you know? I don't know, I think it might be in one of the N64 ones, I'm not sure. Although N64 also loaded immediately. Maybe in a CD-based system. Okay, I want to have a different room, just to have some a little bit variation on the. Also, there's like tomb. There's 2 caves. Maybe actually a cave, not a room this time around, huh? Let's open up BGB and let's see what we get. What am I looking at? Where is BGB? There is BGB. I have a Zelda's. No, maybe not this one. It's not mix musics. That's an interesting thought. Thinking back, I think Wind Waker would just hang on a... Yeah. I don't know what Wind Waker... yeah, this is just instantaneous, you know. This is just original Game Boy, and it's just like instantaneous. You go in there, bam. There's a fade out, and you're there. So okay, this is a... I'm gonna take some photos. Okay. Yeah, there's no indicator. That's what I'm saying. Okay, we've been here before. Interesting, it's just black. They do that too, huh? Oh, interesting. There's like a little box. Oh, no, don't want to do that. I'm gonna enter a bunch of houses. Just get a feeling for what they look like. Yeah. The overlapping notes used a lot in the soundtrack, so interesting. Such a mellow but sad theme for Empty House. I'm a fan. Oh, you mean this one? Right. This one? Yeah, I really like that melody as well, yeah. Wow, this looks pretty heavy. Okay, I don't see any new tiles. This is interesting that they have a conversation pit. Yeah, this is something I cannot do currently in my version. What is it with a dog? Oh, interesting. They do such a good job in this game, man. Yeah. The problem is this is not the kind of cave I want to be having. I want to have a different cave. Wait, this one has a... See, this has bookshelves. Because that cave wasn't square. I want to have like a little dungeon cave. But I might not be able to... I'm not sure if I can find one. Because I don't have bombs. I think there's one down here, but I think you need a bomb for it. Yeah, here, see? And I want to be cheating. You sucker! Huh, he has a bed in the water, that's so good. If we look at a big map editor, pretty easy to create bigger maps encoded in PX9 compression. I have not. I think I want to eventually build my own meta tile editor. Maybe we need to get like a Zelda resources map and figure this out. I can think of a very stupid way to hide the loading indicator. Identify all the colors used in the indicator, make them all transparent. No, that doesn't work because the indicator is rendered on top of everything. It doesn't actually follow the color palette, I think. In fact, when I'm do the transition, when I do the transition, I actually already set all of the colors to white, and the indicator still shows up. It's kind of like when you have this. No, okay, I'm not in the Pico-8 right now. Here, when you press this menu. Wait. This menu here. This is rendered on top of everything. It doesn't adhere to all of your palette changes. It's rendered on extra. And I think it's the same. Ah. I'm just visiting some houses just to see. There's this one tile that we haven't seen. The editor and workflow is good. Just load in and out from the Pico-8 menu. Let me check it out. Yeah, I'd rather not use other people's work. Oh, it's from Penciler. I'd rather not use other people's work though. Because that's very nice. I'd rather not use other people's work. First of all, I have certain goals with my system. I would have some certain goals. I want to kind of recreate the meta tile system, which I don't think Penciler is using. He's just using a compression system, I think. But also, how do I put it? I'm more interested in showing how something is done than giving people the ability to just solve the problems. In the sense that, like, I'm kind of like very anti-AI in this regard. I'm not interested in actually solving the problem. I'm interested in giving people an insight into how they would solve that problem. So when a similar problem or a different problem arises, they can solve them themselves without having to rely on external tools. Now, I understand that at some point, you know, a certain problem comes up over and over again. It's nice to have like a tool like Pencilers to just like get it done and move on with your life. And I would probably use that myself in my project, perhaps. But the videos are more about empowering people to do stuff on their own. Yeah. But it's kind of difficult because I probably, like, if I cannot create like a whole editor, like that would be like such a very long series, you know. So maybe I have to do. But at least if the tool comes from me, then I can explain how things work and something goes wrong. I don't have to have a second person involved, you know. I don't know. Look, there's a cave here. Maybe that's the one. That's so interesting. The caves are so irregular. It's interesting that they decide to make it irregular. I like that. Yeah, the bats are so sick. They just like they were cooking when they made this game, man. Yeah, it's interesting how the rooms in the The rooms are very regular, but the caves are not square at all. They're just like these little trunks and everything. Ah, sick. I could rant forever. I was trying to learn a difficult topic, but I really appreciate you not doing the draw, the rest of the owl thing, yeah. And doing it yourself and spending so long, like you said, means you won't be as lost when it goes wrong, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's also maybe a little bit like I'm here I'm here to enjoy this kind of stuff, right? So it's kind of like, you know, if you're playing with something, you can't have somebody else play for you. The point is that you're doing the one who's playing. You can't hire somebody to play video games for you. I mean, maybe you're Elon Musk. But like the joy of it is doing it yourself, or drawing or something like this, right? Hey, Watcher Goblin. Glad you could make it. Great minds. Joining in for the Musk Slender. I'm always down for Musk Slender. There's just one thing about Elon Musk that I allow myself, and that is being hyped about the rocket. I do enjoy rockets, and he makes a big rocket, and I hate that he makes the big rocket. I think somebody else should make the big rocket. That is not a millionaire, perhaps. I do enjoy the rocket. I want to see the big rocket go up. What can I say? I heard he rubbed his ass on a keyboard or something. I have no... Okay. Oh, interesting. Look at this. This tile is the same as this tile. Oh, very good. Yeah, he doesn't make it. That's how I justify it. You know? It's not he makes it, he just finances it. It kind of works. But also, Artemis was also really good. And it was really nice to see Artemis. I know it's a little bit frivolous to be engaging in. Maybe this is the right color, huh? And that kind of excess when there's so much more on the world that is going on that is bad, but it's kind of nice to see people going to the moon. It's nice to have witnessed the thing that our parents have seen, but we haven't. Some semblance of progress. Oh, music is stopped. Yeah, I hate that they say Elon is. Yeah. He has no idea about the rockets. He's just a dumbass. Man, I'm so hyped about Mina the Hollower. I've seen some previews, and it's like they brought out a trailer, and I'm thinking like, oh, there is such an awkward situation right now, because it's like, I don't need the trailer. I already decided I want the game. This game has been announced, so I don't need to see even more of it now. I've played the demo already. Like, but of course they have to bring out something because, you know, marketing and everything. So it's kind of like an awkward situation. I haven't even seen the new trailer. I don't even want to see it. I will play it when it comes out. Oh wow, this is a very complex pattern. Yeah, I thought about maybe streaming more, what is it called? A Risk of Rain this evening, but I decided to against this because tomorrow I have a class and I want to do some prep work for the class because we're going to be doing some pixel work. And I want to come a little bit prepared for that. So if you don't mind me, I will probably stream. I will try to stream tomorrow. Usually I'm very spent after that class because I have to get up in the morning, very early in the morning, like even more morning than today. But I will try to stream in the evening. So is it just like mirrored? Yeah, it's just mirrored. Okay. See, this is so wasteful. This is so wasteful. Oh, but the bottom is different. Okay. Right now it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But tomorrow I will have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I hate it. I hate it. Like it's one of the great ironies. So this helping with ideas on your own adventure game. This? Yeah, absolutely. I love it. It's so good to see like how like to dissect the world and to see how they built the different tiles and everything. It's sick. Something that I always dreaded getting up in the morning when going to school. I hated that. I'm pretty sure I would have been a so much better student if I could do classes in the afternoon. So imagine how happy I was. I was just so happy when I went to university and you could, wake up later, like at a normal time. I was like, yes, this is sick. Finally, normal working times. And then something I didn't have on my radar, something I just was not aware of it, is that once you get kids, they go through the same sequence as you did as a kid, and then you have to be also there. So when my daughter wakes up in the morning, I have to wake up with her to get her to school. So I'm just back in hell. I thought I left that lifestyle behind, but nope. Okay. Oh, I used the wrong color there. I'm not sure if we're gonna have enough tile space for. We should have. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Wait a minute. I did not do this correctly. this is not correct. Very interesting. And then on the other side, it's mirrored. No, it's not. Actually, this is also not mirrored. Wow. They have unique shapes. Damn. Look, it's a different shape. I thought it was the same, but it's different. Or is it rotated? It's rotated rotated, right? Like this? No. Like this. This is correct. Very interesting. And what about this corner? This is just unique. Crazy. Stroke. It just makes so it's easier to see where the edges are. Close to the edge. So I wonder if the outline is always the same. I think it is. Not 100% sure. I hope I don't have too much time. I hope we can build the room before my daughter comes back from school. But let's not rush. Let's enjoy the process. Okay, then fill this, fill this, fill this, fill this, fill this. Only fools brush in, that's right. Okay, this looks good. So let's see if we can build this second room now. So let's just make a square room first, and then later on we can think of spicing up a little bit. Right, we need the side walls. Yeah, this looks good. What is the... Oh my gosh. So what is the repetition happening here? Is it just 8 times 16? Is it like this? Yeah, it is like this, right? Interesting. Okay. That's something that I just didn't have on my radar. Oh man, it would be so sick. That's one of the reasons why I was thinking of doing my own map system, because just like to have Pico-8 with map rotation it would just like solve so many problems with the sprite space. If I could just put a tile down and just be like, and now mirror this. Although again, because we would be working with meta tiles, you would probably bake this into the meta tiles. So you don't even need to flip them. You just like the meta tiles themselves already set up, so there's flipped versions for everything. I implemented flip in my map systems, though I'm paranoid and I leave flip sprites in spots I don't mean, so my debug mode displays a visual indicator. Ooh. Like a warning that you hey, this is flipped. Just so you know. Yeah, I talked about it previously. It's kind of insane that Picotron gets a feature that would be actually not. I mean, it's not bad for Picotron, but it'd be so much better in Pico-8. But I think at this point it's impossible to change it anymore. I think there's so like changing the map system would wreak havoc with already existing cards. I think Zed cannot do this anymore if you wanted to. So is this unique now? That's the question. Let's see. Is this how it looks? Yeah. Okay, so this is not unique. Yeah, okay. So this is just flipped. And what about the side panels? Side panels are also just rotated. Okay. Like this, right? Oh, this is rotated. Interesting. Okay. So like this. No, wait. Like this. Oh my gosh, this is such a chaos. Let's see if we can make this work. Yes. Okay, I need to open the door. We'll be right back. Can you reuse the one tile in the 16x16 already for the bright spot of the rock, or is it different? You mean this? You're right. You're so right. Wait. 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 What? There is so much more savings happening here. It's all rotated, rotated. It's all the same tile. These are all the same tile, just rotated. And it's used here as well. These are, these aren't unique either. It just looked as if they're unique. Oh my gosh. It's the same tile, just rotated. Holy smokes. So these two are superfluous. These are the same tile. This is the same tile as well. This is the same tile, and this is the same tile. Now these are the same tile but rotated, so I cannot rotate this. This is also the same tile but rotated, so I just need one of them. Oh my gosh, the savings, the savings! Yeah, this is the same tile, you see. And this is also the same tile. Wait, this, no? Oh. No? Wait. Wait. This, no. Not quite. Or did I misdraw something? This might be just a misdrawing. Yeah, it's just misdrawing. This and this should be the same. I just messed up here. No, it's not. No. It looks similar, but it's not the same. They look very similar, but they're not the same. Okay. But honestly, you could probably use them. Yeah, but these are definitely not the same. Okay, so let's clear things up then. Let's just make the ones that we don't need disappear. We don't need this one. We don't need this one. And then we can pack them a little bit. That's so good. See, that's why, that's the value here. That's just like looking at how things were made and discovering all those beautiful little I'm not being consistent here, but whatever. Okay, so these we don't need anymore. This we also don't need anymore. This we don't need anymore. This we don't need anymore. Oh my gosh, this is so insane. And this we don't need anymore. It's going to be very difficult to figure out where everything belongs. Okay, so now, so now we can just put them in those slots. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. See, so this is all we need. The pink indicates that it's a free space. It is definitely a mess, but look how little tiles we need. That's so sick. Okay, so let us figure out what we need to do in order to make this work. So this belongs up here. This belongs down here. Oh. Like so, and then we can make this. Yeah. The savings! The savings! Insane! And imagine the crazy amount of savings you could do if you could rotate the tiles in the tile editor. Can you imagine? I can imagine. I can imagine a lot. Yeah, this is the same tile always, right? So this is this is the same as this, and this and this. Yeah, it's the same. Okay. So orange again, I guess. Orange is closest. But then, not sure what this color is gonna be. Let's try this one. Maybe brown? Yeah, brown seems good. Part of me likes the idea of doing sprite operations to get rotate the values and having a workspace for sprites, but that's just so many tokens. You can't ever do something like that. IDK workspace. There's no space in memory for flipping either. Just not a Pico thing, but it's empty. Dump maroon? You mean this one? Yeah, we did that in the first video. I don't mind that maroon. I think it's fine. But I do have feelings about the colors myself, don't get me wrong. I have so many feelings about the colors of this game. So how does that work? This part here, this part is something that I'm wondering about. This seems unique. It does repeat this part and this part, but these diagonals are repeated, right? Let me get more floor tiles first before I start digging into that. So the next one is like this. This is the tile. Do we see any repetition? No, it's like a full tile here. What? Wait a minute. No, it's this, right? Yeah, this is the tile. Okay. a very nice. It's kind of nice that this looks like the same stone over and over again a little bit. Like the style is the same, but there are slight variations. So it has like this texture feeling, but it's actually all unique stones, so it looks less repetitive. Again, it's one of those very interesting decisions that they make here, that they decided like, okay, let's make a whole stone tile that just has some debris on the floor and just make it all unique, just like, because this is just like the single small tile, right? This is just like a small tile here. And then just they have like the second tile that's just like very big and just adds a lot of variation. It just tells me that the developers were very much interested in like visual variety, like making the game look really nice and avoiding repetition. And I appreciate that. I mean, you could tell in the end result that it worked, but also, wow. Yeah, mostly kidding, lol. It's just for the color. Oh yeah, the maroon one, yeah. I don't know when, but when I make my hour-long video about Pico-8's color palette, I'm gonna have my own tier list. Okay. For objects that are 1 hour video, Pico-8 color palette tier list. And no, but when I make my for objects that are on different backgrounds, like leaf in this game, or on sand and grass, I have used a sprite like a doodat object, so I can use the sprite system to draw transparency against different backgrounds. There are a few savings there. Yeah, I can see that. I'm trying to think what's the hardest color. I feel like the yellow is so extreme. Yeah, that's the lemon yellow. Yeah, it's the lemon yellow. Yeah. What was I saying? I was talking about default color palette, like what's the hardest? Yeah, purple's also like a huge problem, right? Let's try to, yeah, the muted one is probably the better one, yeah. Okay, so let's try to put them a little bit in the corner. Yeah, this looks good. See how much variation this adds. And then we need this entrance thing, and we need the cracked floor as well. I definitely want to have the cracked floor. But the cracked floor is, yeah, it's just manual. I'm meaning that it's not, there's no trick there. It's just like, very good. Yeah, let's make the interesting. Look, this passage is different from this passage. Oh, also look at using these tiles here as well. Huh. I'm kind of running a little bit out of the sprite sheet space. I think in a real scenario, I would probably make a separate tile set for caves and a separate tile set for not caves. A little bit sad. Not to be rude, but I was watching the previous VOD and you were drawing over the map by hand. I'd recommend maybe mem setting it to 0 and then calling CStore to save the change. I don't know what you mean. I'm not sure. Do you usually are you pixeling all in Pico-8, or do you have a workflow importing external assets? I generally like working in Pico-8 for all the stuff because it just like has all I need. For more complex, especially if I'm using a lot of like alt color palette and stuff like that, I usually I have Sprite and I have iPad pixel art program that I like to use. But there's usually not a lot of reasons for me to use those. It's more a convenience thing. Like if I want to just veg out on a couch and do some pixel work, then I'd obviously use the iPad. On the PC, obviously, the nice thing about about operating in Pico-8 is that you don't have to do the import. Like if there's a small change, it's right. You can just change it right here. And if you're using an external program, you always have to like, now you have to export it. Now you have to copy it over. Blah 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 blah. You know, it's like an extra step. And honestly, pixel art is relatively undemanding when it comes to the kind of tools that you absolutely need. I meant just like if you wanted to reset just the map, you could go to the terminal and do memset. You say it as if that was quicker for me. Like figuring out those numbers, I don't have those numbers in my head. I would have to like look up those numbers. That's not faster for me. Also, sometimes like menial work is there is a satisfaction of doing things by hand. It gives you time to contemplate on your work. If you want to do it with memsets, you do you. I don't think either one is superior to the other one. No, I mean, some people have those numbers memorized and it seems more natural for them to operate in the command line parameter. I understand. It can be very nice. It's just not me. That's not how I work. Especially memory locations, just something that I just can't memorize. It's just so impenetrable to me. All the hex numbers and everything. I already made a video about this and people were already very mad at me for this. Oh no, it's very natural, you see. I don't want to get into any more fights. If it's natural to you, that's good. I'm happy for you. Genuinely glad there's some people for whom this comes natural. Unironically. See, I wanted to add this maybe here because I kind of like how efficient this is. You know, how you can just create like this little chasm with just a few tiles. That's kind of nice. And then, of course, we need to make them not walkable. I mean, you would have to fall down on these ones, but I just make them not walkable. And then this is walkable, and this is walkable, and all of this is walkable. Yeah, good. What about this? Oh, all this needs to be unwalkable. So this looks very nice, and then we can add this at the end. Yeah. Or maybe like the cracked, yeah. All right, we're not starting there. Can we go to the side? No, we can't. Just for now, let's make those walkable. Oh, we can't. That won't actually work, right? You know what? Boop, boop. Ah. Very good. Yeah, this looks very good. Okay, I'm almost done here, and I want to, before my daughter, because she'll be right here, I want to maybe implement this into the game. So let's do that real quick. Oh no, what? That doesn't have the warps here? Oh, interesting. I'm not doing the warps here, huh? Okay. I thought I was. Yeah, there. That's what I'm doing here. 10-6. And then indoor gets transported into Zelda map 1046. Let's try that. Ah, you see? You see? The illusion is perfect. Oh, I didn't set the collision detection right. Ah, very nice. Oh, it feels very satisfying now. Yeah, see, this bugs me. I don't know how to solve this best. Need to figure out some way. I don't mind the load indicator, it's kind of charming. The music could cut out before you. There's a grass here. Oh, in this version it actually doesn't matter, but in a Zelda format. So there's a bush here. I had to put it down here, and if I don't have it here, here's what happens. Let's make it like this, pull up. And if I don't put the bush there, here's something that can happen. Burp. And now I'm stuck in a tree. Because the Zelda style transition, this is the Zelda style transition. There's also the Misty Quest or Final Fantasy Adventure style transition that doesn't do a step. But the Zelda style transition, when the screen scrolls, PP, Zelda does a step. Just one tile of a step. And so if there on the other side there is something on that spot, you walk into it. And you could like look ahead and make sure that you don't collide if you do the step, but then you just cannot leave the screen, and that feels awkward. So you actually have to design the map so you cannot do this. And the way to do this here would be to shift this tree one to the right. But if I do that, then what happens to this tree above it, you know? Or maybe we can do this. Let's try this. Like this. And then this tree goes here. And then this tree goes here, I guess, right? But then what goes here, right? It's like, I guess I could do like this, but then the path is closed. It's like, ah! Of course I could do like this, but then what happens to this tree? It's like, no matter what you do, it's like you always have to... You have to shift something around. It's a little bit awkward. I tried the rock. The rock looked out of place because it's kind of like a foresty area. Lucky Tiled now has worlds, which help much of it is. It's not a problem of alignment. The problem is that that the trees have to be arranged in a certain way, and they're very big. And if I shift the tree to one side, that affects the rest of the map in a way that I don't like. I guess I could move this tree to the... Let's start to fix this problem now, and that's going to be the end of it. So if I shift this here and this here, and I can have... But then if I have this here, then there's going to be like a gap. So I need to shift this here, and then have the tree here. And then this tree, so we can walk in between there, it needs to go be shifted here. That's how it would work, right? Whoops. Oh, interesting. Didn't even notice that this button was there. Boop. And then let's clean up this area here. So I try to keep keep up the illusion that we're working with meta tiles. Let's put it like this. And we can make this all green. Yeah, like this. And make this here. It looks a little bit busy, but then we can shift this here. It's a very nice tile set. I really like using this. Very flexible. Lets you create those beautiful grass patterns. The player is not going to be able to cut down grass tiles. It's fine. Yeah. See, now it feels like maybe you could go in there. This is just like for demo purposes. Like, and this is not going to be a fully playable game. I just want to create like a map that looks a little bit like Zelda for the video. I don't want to actually intend this to turn this into a full game. If somebody wants to turn it into a full game, they will have to wrestle with those issues. What happens when you pull up a stone and everything? All right, this is, yeah. We need to make sure that Zelda 4 map is also doing the map transitions, but that's something that comes up next time around, guys. Again, I'm probably not going to be streaming this evening after all, but I will try to do a stream tomorrow evening and finish up Chance of Rain, Heavy Rain, you know, the rain game. And then the next stream about Zelda is going to be on Thursday. That's what I'm planning. Thank you so much for joining me. It was a great pleasure, and it was really fun. It seems like we're making progress. I think I'm pretty much done with the prep work. I just need to add the collision detection for the Zelda 4 map. And yeah, and I want to actually do the level design so the rest of the map is filled in. Having meatballs, that's right. But otherwise, I think we're done with this part, and I can start writing the script and recording the video. Hopefully that can happen at the end of the week. Thank you so much for joining, and see you next time. Bye-bye, guys. Ending the stream, ending the stream.